Hi, everyone, and welcome to Inside Bristol. I'm your host, Sheridan Nichols, and I've got Brittany Fleener with us today from Branch House. Thank you for joining us. Well, this is a big month, an important month for sexual assault awareness. Tell us a little bit about what the Branch House does to make people aware of, that this does still happen, and unfortunately, more than we'd like.
Yeah, absolutely. So first, thanks for having us on, because this is such a big deal to be able to spread the word. This is how we get that information out into our community for folks who may not know about Branch House or the services that exist in our region for victims of sexual assault. So at Branch House, we are a family justice center. So we provide free comprehensive services to victims of both domestic violence and sexual assault. But this month is so important because we want survivors to know that first, they're not alone, that there are resources and support out there. And our job is to empower them along the way, to show them what services are available and how to connect with those things. Branch House, though, is really unique as a family justice center because we have an on-site forensic sexual assault exam room. So folks can come to Branch House for those exams and have them done in a more timely, victim-centered manner, where they're connected with advocacy and all of those very important services to keep them safe and to help them through that process. Also, with a partnership with Ballad Health, we've been able to open clinics inside of both Johnson City Med Center and Holston Valley Med Center. So if someone presents to the emergency department at either one of those hospitals, instead of having to sit in the emergency room, they're taken to our clinic, and our Branch House SANE nurses and an advocate will respond to perform those exams for them there.
Oh, that's great, because I know sometimes that's obviously people don't want to go for that reason. So it makes it a little bit more private and you kind of whisk them away. And then having an advocate there to talk to them that's experienced and knows how to handle that situation is really great.
It makes all the difference for survivors. These folks are truly just such an asset to our community and to these survivors. They become almost a family member to these folks, helping them to connect them to services or things that may pop up along the way and just support and empower them through that process. So it helps to have that support because it lays that healthy foundation for survivors to know that I am strong and I can get through this, and they're more likely to go through with reporting the crime and holding these offenders accountable so that they don't hurt someone else.
Well, that is good. Thank goodness we've got the Branch House. I mean, no doubt. I know you all are busier than you would like to be.
That's true. It's kind of a double-edged sword, but we are very grateful to be here in the community to help as many folks as we can. And with it being Sexual Assault Awareness Month, we always do the Start by Believing campaign. We bring that back to the region every year, and it's been such a successful campaign because it is so simple. And we're just saying, hey, start by believing survivors, because a survivor is probably going to open up to a friend or family member about what's happened to them before they report what's happened. And we just want to make sure that folks know that it's so important to first start by believing, because if we lay that supportive foundation for them, like I said before, they're more likely to go forward with getting the health care and the medications that they need following an assault, and also reporting the crime. So it's just so important that we all remember that we should start by believing.
I love that. Well, I know it'll be a busy month of awareness, and we're glad that you came on to share everything with us. Anything I'm missing that you wanted to add?
Just thank you so much for having us again. We love to come on and spread the word about Branch House and our services.
Thank you for being here. And don't go anywhere. We will be back in just a moment. Hi, everyone, and welcome back to Inside Bristol. I'm your host, Sheridan Nichols, and I've got Charlene Baker with me today from the Birthplace of Country Music Museum. Thank you for sharing all about rhythm and roots. So get your pens and paper out, because there's a lengthy lineup and it's super exciting.
Yeah.
So
we just did the lineup announcement, the 24th annual event, September 19th through the 21st. The week after race week. Okay. So we hope everybody will come out. The lineup Like, I never worry about the lineup, Sheridan. It's always really good. But the Teskey Brothers are like one of those bands that I've wanted to see at the festival for a while. They're from Australia.
Yeah, I love
Because
that.
you have family in Australia.
Yeah.
I remember that. So, and they're just really cool, high energy, sort of rock. And then we're bringing back Ricky Skaggs will be back.
Oh,
He has, it's been a minute. It's been a minute. And so that was overdue. One of my favorite band names of the festival, Pigeons Playing Ping Pong. They're a really cool jam band. And, you know, when we first started the festival, I think it was like the third year we started incorporating jam bands. And then there's a whole other culture around that. And I think they're going to be one of those bands that you start to hear about more in like the Government Mule. And as time wears on, they're going to be one of those really heavy touring bands with a huge following. So we're really glad that we're one of those festivals that continues to find people on the rise. And it's a place of discovery, obviously, for any kind of music fan. It's not just country. It's not just bluegrass. There's tons of indie music. We have, I think, clocked in at 99 different acts over the course of the weekend.
Wow.
And we have 12 stages this year all around State Street. So it's really just such a good time.
It is amazing. If you have not been, like, you need to add this to your list, bucket list, and get a ticket for the weekend. Where do we get tickets?
BristolRhythm.com. We've incorporated a couple of new events this year. I want to mention our late night sets that we're going to be doing at Machiavelli's Outdoor Tent. We'll also have barn dances, and not an actual barn, but at the Country Music Mural. Those will be like kind of a late night thing. And artist in residence, if you remember Dave Agar, he's literally, his resume is probably one of the most impressive resumes in the music business, because he has recorded with or toured with everybody from The Who to Tony Bennett. Wow. So, like, and you just go to BristolRhythm.com, click on the names. We have the videos there. There's social media feeds. That's how you kind of work your magic around who you want to see. We'll release the day schedule once, and the single tickets will go on sale in the summer, because it takes a lot of coordination
to get them all
set up on their set. So that'll be coming soon, but all the artists are on there. So just go and check them out.
In 12 stages, I mean, where else can you go, honestly, and see this many bands? And you can walk to all of them. It's so easy. You all have this mastered at this point. It's definitely.
And we have the luck of historic downtown Bristol. Most festivals, you're in a muddy field, and you're exposed to the elements, and even the price point for that much music for the weekend, I mean, you're just looking like a few cents a band, which you can't really even see one of those acts sometimes for a single amount of money. But yeah, like, Bristol is like the perfect backdrop for everything that we do. We want to keep it downtown because you can get in and out of the elements. Plus, you get to see all of the beautiful, you know, buildings and the businesses. All of our downtown businesses are fantastic, and they work with us every year. The cities of Bristol, Tennessee, and Virginia are both so great to us. But, you know, that's what people tell us they love about it the most, is the atmosphere. And it's so welcoming and so friendly, and there's so much more to do. I mean, we want you to listen to the music, but there's a lot of little places you can go and discover beyond that. So it's great.
And the weather's always absolutely beautiful, I feel like. Beautiful weather.
Well, you know,
so
and
it's great. It's just a nice time of year.
You can always get in and out of the elements if you need to, but most festivarians come prepared. You know, they bring the extra stuff, and, you know, there's places you can, you know, bring your little backpacks and take that away. But it's just a magical weekend. And 24 years in, next year will be the 25th anniversary. This year, Radio Bristol, our radio station at the museum, is celebrating its 10th year anniversary. Their Farm and Fun Time show will be back at the Paramount. You have to have a ticket to the festival to get in to see this one, but they'll be doing a special 10th anniversary show during the festival. But yeah, I can't say enough good things. We want everybody to buy those tickets. But if you just want to be a part of it, you know, we will be recruiting our volunteers in June.
Okay.
So you can go to BristolRhythm.com and look for those applications. We have so many jobs. We need about 800 plus just to keep things running smoothly. And if you sign up to volunteer, you get a t-shirt, and you also get, for every 4-hour shift that you work, you get a day pass to go any day of the festival that you want. And 4 hours really goes by super quick because everything's moving so fast at the festival that really it's worth it. It's worth its weight in gold. And we need people. And we need teams of people sometimes. Yeah. Businesses have signed up as a group to work things like ticket booths or beverage gardens and things like that. Of course, school groups have often, if you have a teacher who has some students who need some volunteer hours, we'll sign off on that. They can help with setup, tear down. Green team always needs people to help with recycling. There's a lot of moving parts.
A lot of moving parts, but it is truly one of the best festivals out there. So a great way to spend a September evening, no doubt. And
we'll see you there.
Music. I will be there.
Yeah, you'll be there.
I do love it. So thank you for being on today. And don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. Hi, everyone, and welcome back to Inside Bristol. I'm your host, Sheridan Nichols, and I've got Justin Brown with us today, and we are talking about the Tattoo Fest. This is always pretty amazing because you bring in some fantastic artists.
Yep.
Tell us a little bit about the venue. I think it's changed, and the date, and all the details.
Yeah, so it's May 16th through 18th, and we did change the venue, so we're across the street at the Sapphire Social. That's going to be opening very soon, and this year we have about 80 to 86 artists showing up from all over the country. And just as always, they're going to be tattooing all weekend. And
if you want an appointment, you can get online. Isn't that correct?
Yes. So you can set up an appointment directly through the artists themselves. It's easier to find them through their Instagrams. Or there's plenty of artists there that'll just be doing walk-ups. So you just show up, show them what you want, and then sit down and get tattooed.
I love it. And this started 6 years ago. Yep. So it's really grown and taken off. What was like your vision when this all came together? Have we met it?
I think so. The biggest thing for me was, of course, since I own a business downtown, was getting a lot of the downtown businesses involved and spreading kind of the wealth kind of thing of all the people that will be down here. And that is definitely something that we've achieved of not only are they coming to the Tattoo Fest and spending money there with the artists, but they're also going to eat and drink and hang out downtown. So it's definitely grown into something great for businesses and for the community as well.
Now, do you get a tattoo this weekend? During the event, do you typically get one yourself?
No, I'm
you're
way too
busy.
for that.
Well, I just thought, it could be an opportunity. You kind of swap with someone, do a trade.
I would love. I got the first year we did it. I got a tattoo, and it probably should have taken about an hour to do, and it maybe took about 3 because I constantly had to get up and do things. Yeah. So that was not very fun. So probably won't be doing that one again. I'll wait until afterwards.
So instead, just get in Justin's line and have him give you a tattoo.
Yes.
You're not getting them, you're giving them that weekend. Okay, I love it. Anything else that we're missing? If you want to find out about the artists and a little bit more details, do they just go to your shop? Or?
Yeah, Instagram, Facebook, State Street Tattoo Fest. You can go to our website, statestreettattooFest.com. All the artists are listed there. So then, of course, you can research them and send them a message on getting a hold of them then, or you can just show up and get tattooed.
I love it. Great. And it'll be fun to see the new venue.
Yes. I'm really excited. They've done a great job on that building. It's definitely going to be cool.
I'm excited. Well, thank you for being on today.
Yes.
And thank you for tuning in. We'll see you next time.